this is actually kind of a quandary for me. See, on the one hand, I want to say my low for yesterday was the fact that the guy who I so boldly predicted to be number one on the NFL Top 100 didn't get number one. I wanted Patrick Mahomes. I'll get to that in a second. But considering who did get number one, considering that Patrick Mahomes didn't get, he actually didn't go, he was number 4 last year and he was number 4 last night. Seriously, that's what happened. And considering that I ended up being right about everyone else who made the top 10, albeit I didn't predict the order, I honestly can't complain. So, even though it's, why not? My low was the fact that, again, Patrick Mahomes didn't get number one. But my high was, you know what? He still made the top 10. I was still right about him being in there. I was still right about everyone else being in there. I'll talk about that in a second. So, really, I can't complain. As for my act of kindness, what did I do yesterday? Well, I did run an errand for my grandmother yesterday. She just wanted me to get her the morning papers. She reads, right, it's very likely you don't live in the Corning, Elmira, Big Flats, Horseheads area, so you may not even hear these papers. But two popular newspapers in my area are The Leader, which is in Corning, and the Star Gazette, which is like the more Horseheads, Elmira area. Yeah, for a second I thought I got that wrong, but no, I got it right. And yeah, I get both papers. Although, newspapers have actually gone up quite a bit over the last couple of years. It used to be like, well, I know why, because, global warming, trees, and all that other stuff. But originally, both papers were $1 each, and now I pay $3.50 for both papers. All together, not $3.50 each. No, that's far too steep for a newspaper. But yeah, so yeah, I got my grandmother the paper and had nice conversations with her yesterday. That was very nice. And all I can do now is look forward to the weekend starting. Well, really, it starts tomorrow for me, but I like to consider when the new Hot Ones episode airs. That's when things start getting good. And today we actually have a Hot Ones alumni. Yeah, it's T-Pain. I actually remember the very first time I heard T-Pain. But, I'll tell that story in a second. But first things first, good morning. Happy Thursday, everybody. Now I can tell the story about T-Pain. All right, so this was probably, I want to say, very, very, very early. I think it was 2009 when this happened. 2009, 2010, somewhere in that ballpark. And just between the two of us, my brother and I went to a place called Darien Lake. Now, for those of you from my area who know what Darien Lake is, you're obviously in the know. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be smiling at that idea right now. But for those of you who don't know, Darien Lake, it's a theme park. It's a music park. It's got roller coasters, a water park, all the bells and whistles. And here's the thing. If you want to go to Darien, because Darien Lake is it's near the Buffalo area, I believe. I honestly don't remember the exact area, but it's several hours away. To really make use of your day, you either have to, say, arrive late at night, and because they actually have camping grounds there and a hotel. Arrive there late at night and get up early in the morning to enjoy everything Darien Lake has to offer. Or what my brother and I did is we got up very early in the morning and we just drove to Darien Lake and we stayed there for several hours. And you probably, what does that have to do with T-Pain? Well, at the time, my brother's girlfriend, now wife, by the way. Oh, yeah. I say that my brother and his wife have been married for, it's actually been 4 years already. But they were together for a lot longer than that. Oh, yeah, they met like freshman year of college they both met at Boston College. That's where they went to college. And it was actually, he asked her to be his girlfriend at a Third Eye Blind concert. So, the more you know. Anyway, and his then girlfriend, now wife, made him a mixtape. And one song on that mixtape was Flight School by Kanye West and T-Pain. And yeah, I know T-Pain gets a lot of flack for using autotune, but later on The Masked Singer, he would later prove that he doesn't need it since he won the darn thing. So I think we can lay off the whole autotune thing now. But at the time, though, it sounded really awesome to me. And I have to this day, I have Flight School on my iPod. Yeah, my brother just listened to the mixtape on the entire way up, and we just must listen to Flight School like all the time. It was just so. I'll put a link to the description of the song. It'll be like a YouTube link, so yeah, it won't be an issue at all. So yeah, listen to Flight School. It's actually, and this was also a little before. This was just around the time Kanye West started getting his reputation of being kind of a loose cannon. And don't get me wrong, by all accounts he is. But it was more subtle, a little more subtle at this time. Like before he met Kim Kardashian, I'm sure he probably knew Kim Kardashian, I think, long before he married Kim Kardashian, I know that. But yeah, it's actually a really good song. I really like that song. But now, let's get into the final 10 of the top 100, who I actually predicted was going to be in the top 10. I am so happy about that, because a part of me is always thinking that I'm wrong, and I was not wrong. No, I was not wrong at all. So, right, I can find the darn thing. Hold on. Okay, so, hold on. Right, so, well, I did not predict the order. I did sort of predict a couple things. They did say that, there was going to be a shootout between the top-ranked running back between Derrick Henry and Christian McCaffrey. With that being said, Derrick Henry was number 10, which he earned. I mean, I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. First time in NFL history, a running back rushed for 180 plus yards in back-to-back playoff games. Never happened before. And honestly, in the AFC Championship game, it was looking like Derrick Henry was going to do it again. He really was giving the Chiefs all they could handle, in a good way. Because, it was a good game all around. At number 9, there was the Defensive Player of the Year, Stephon Gilmore. The first member of these top 10, the first of 5 members of this top 10 who are in the 99 Club in Madden. So, Defensive Player of the Year, what more can I say? He's going to have to protect Patriots way now, though. Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski are gone, so it's your show, Stephon Gilmore. Let's see if you can make magic happen. At number 8, it was the wide receiver that Stephon Gilmore has the most respect for, and that is DeAndre Hopkins, who had a big blockbuster trade over to Arizona where he'll help Kyler Murray, who's number 90 on the NFL Top 100 list. See, I remember these things. So, yes, that was very interesting. At number At number 7, we got my man, the people's tight end, George Kittle. I love me some George Kittle, man. And with that, George Kittle is now the highest ranked tight end in the history of the list. Yeah, he surpassed Rob. Seriously, I mean, even though Rob Gronkowski is back, don't be surprised if Rob Gronkowski has to claw his way back up to being everyone's favorite tight end. Because, don't get me wrong, I love Travis Kelce. And I love Rob Gronkowski. But man, watching George Kittle play is just all kinds of fun. It is. It's just, I mean, I doubt any of these players are going to see this video, but it's very obvious I have mad respect for all of you. So, yeah, you go get him, George Kittle. You are the man. Speaking of the man, we have another guy I was really happy to see on the top 10, who was another member of the 99 Club, and that is Christian McCaffrey, C-Mac. Yeah, I mean, not only was he in the 99 Club in Madden, he was also in talks to being the MVP, which, yeah, don't be surprised if Christian McCaffrey ends up becoming something very special on the line. And he's young, too. He's like 24, holy cow. Okay, number 5, the silent wide receiver from the Saints, Michael Thomas, who also is in the 99 Club. So, there you go. That's really nice. Obviously, here's the thing. Michael Thomas is great in his own right, but if you watch, like, the people talk about him, he doesn't really say much. He's pretty quiet, which is good. No, being quiet is a very good thing, trust me. In fact, sometimes it works too well even for me. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm talkative when I do these videos, absolutely. But in, like, real life, whenever, like, I'm in a public setting, I just keep a straight face, just like. And don't misunderstand, I mean, I want people to know right now, if you do see me like that, know that I am in no way angry. At least I shouldn't be. That's actually like my straight face. I'm perfectly happily content, actually. So, don't want anyone to get the wrong idea if they ever see me in public. Anyway, number 4, I said earlier, Patrick Mahomes, which I'm just saying it right now, that run he did in the AFC Championship game, that should have landed number 1. But it is what it is. At number 3, we have the number 1 of last year, Aaron Donald. Yeah, he only dropped 2 spots, which has happened once before. In fact, when J.J. Watt got number 1 back in like 2015, he dropped back down to number 3. So, yeah. I mean, it's still Aaron Donald. He's still awesome. He's still the man. And like Patrick Mahomes, Michael Thomas, Christian McCaffrey, and Stephon Gilmore, he's in the 99 Club. So, yes, 2 and 1 are members, or not members of the 99 Club. 1, they both cracked the top 5 for the first time. 1 cracked the list for the very first time. And 1 cracked the top 10 and the top 5 for the first time. So, number 2, my uncle is going to be really happy about this. All Seahawks fans unite. Russell Wilson. What can I say? I've always been a fan of Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's always been a class act. You know, people like to say that the greatest draft class that wasn't was 2012. That was when Andrew Luck was drafted number 1 overall. Robert Griffin III was drafted like number 2. And like, you have Russell Wilson, who was like a 3rd rounder or something like that. A relatively later round. Turns out Russell Wilson was better than both of them. And it's not even close. So, congratulations, Russell Wilson. I don't know if you'll ever see this, but should you do that, you know, you're the man. I have lots of respect for you. And even though you didn't get the MVP, and even though you didn't get number 1, pretty safe to say, you're number 1 in a lot of people's eyes. And that ain't a bad thing. You're definitely one of my favorites. Well, I don't like to say I have favorites just because, see, if I have a favorite, it's going to imply, I don't like anyone else. And I don't want to do that because, I mean, I said this when the draft happened. I mean, whether you like these players or not, you want them to succeed. You actually want them to do well. So it's kind of sad if, whatever reason, they don't do well. I mean, but let's get to number one, the MVP, Lamar Jackson. What can I say? You know, I said yesterday I wouldn't be surprised if Lamar Jackson got number one. The highest ranked debut in top 100 history. He went from not being on the list at all as a rookie, because he was a rookie last year, to this year not only making the MVP, he made number one. Yeah. A lot of people like to say that we don't know what the future of the NFL holds. And true. We don't know what the future of the NFL holds. You know, what Lamar Jackson did may very well have been capturing lightning in a bottle. We don't know. But until we see otherwise, I can tell you this. As long as you have players like these top 10, as long as you have players in the NFL like these top 100 individuals, the NFL is going to be entertaining to watch. Like it or not. It is a veritable juggernaut. In fact, for some people, watching an NFL game is the equivalent of watching a Disney movie. You're going to be pretty happy watching it. So, yeah. To all 100 members of the top 100, I dedicate this video to all of you. You most definitely deserve all the praise and recognition among your peers and among the fans of the NFL, too. I may not have said this for everyone in the top 100, just because, again, it's 100 people. It's a lot of people. I kind of don't have the time. But you deserve all the accolades and praise that you get. As long as you guys are playing in the NFL, we all have something to look forward to watching. And that is most certainly not a bad thing. Like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, follow me on social media platforms, like on YouTube. I'm very humbled to make this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. And hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. You're ready to watch some Hot Ones with T-Pain. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to London here. And I'll always be back. Take care and make good choices. And for one final time, to all players in the NFL who made the top 100, congratulations. And I only hope that you're all doing well during these times and you continue to make us all proud. See ya.